Welcome to Coach's Corner, presented by Conditioned Air. Joined by Brad Ralph, the head coach of the Florida Everblades. And the Blades with a season-high 7 goals last night in Orlando in a 7-4 victory. What did you think of the game last night, Coach?
Yeah, well, another interesting game, Mike. Coming off the overtime loss in Jacksonville, which is a pretty demoralizing game for us. We just, the second half of that game, we really couldn't sustain much puck possession or offensive zone time, and felt like we were just hanging on. So we were pretty down going into the Orlando game. Again, we got into some penalty trouble right away, and which has kind of been a bit of a theme here lately. They had a 5-on-3 in the first 2 minutes of the game. They scored again on the 5-on-4, and we're sitting on the bench thinking, man, here we go again, another tough outing for us. But we got a big goal from Cam Darcy to get us on the board, and it just settled us down a bit. It was still a wild affair. I thought Orlando was skating extremely well. They were transitioning really well, which is probably their biggest strength. They've got a really good forward group. So we were on our heels a bit in the first period, but we were able to come out only down 4-3, which is there's a lot of goals being scored in 20-minute span. But our power play came alive for us, took over the game for us in the second period, and we we found our work ethic. We found our compete level that it takes to win hockey games on a nightly basis. So hopefully it was a great learning experience for our group.
You mentioned Cam Darcy sparked the offense, and he ended up with the first hat trick this year for the Everblades. Also had an assist, a 4-point game. He was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great to see. We know Cam's a good hockey player. He had a significant amount of time off during COVID. So, it's going to take some time. I think it's taken a little longer than we'd like, but great for him to just put the puck in the net, get some momentum, feel some confidence, and hopefully his game could just continue to rise from there.
Another guy that was moving the puck well was Stefan LeBlanc. He ends up with 3 assists in the game, and he's been doing that for several years, but certainly a big night for LeBlanc as well.
Yeah, it was. I thought he definitely was our best defenseman. When he's engaged and he's going, I think he's one of the best in the league, and he showed that last night.
Absolutely. Talk about goaltender Cam Johnson. He was named to the ECHL All-Star Classic. He'll represent the Everblades, and certainly very deserving with that honor.
Yeah, Cam, Cam has been our mainstay. He's helped us stay in games. He's helped us win a lot of games so far this year. I think the workload with Evan Fitzpatrick getting injured has been a little too heavy for Cam. But he's a competitor. He wants to play every night, and his confidence, his positivity, it's infectious. So he's certainly deserving of the All-Star accolades, and he's a leader for this team. So it's nice to see him get rewarded for everything he's gone through.
Going head-to-head against Orlando again here tonight. It's the third game in 3 days for both teams. How do you approach tonight's game?
Yeah, you can only hope that home ice advantage will help. I expect Orlando will come out really strong tonight after kind of the way the game played out for them last night. But yeah, it's a game where you've really got to manage. You have to manage yourself as a hockey player, and you've got to manage the game. And you manage the game by staying disciplined. You manage the game by making sure you're winning the first and last minute of each period. Shifts after, power plays and penalty kills. Those are critical moments of the game that you've got to you've just got to really bear down during those moments. And then as a player, there's such a, when you get tired, your brain and your decisions are the first thing that go. So you really got to focus and bear down on puck battles and decision making with the puck, and anything around the net. So it's a game between the years. more so than anything. But it'll be a great test for us. Coming away with 3 or 4 points, I think was great. But the way the standings are shaping up, every game is really meaningful. So you got to come out tonight and really lay it on the line. And we do have a 4-day break after this, which is a pretty lengthy break for our group in these seasons. So we got to come out with everything we have tonight.
Happy New Year, Coach.
Thanks, Mike.
That's the head coach of the Florida Everblades, Brad Ralph. And the Everblades and the Solar Bears get at it here in a few minutes. Coming back next to Hertz Arena.